How does DDP versus RDR end? Oh, let me tell you. Once RDR's done turning DDP into a balloon animal, he'll pop DDP. And then when he pops DDP, he'll think it's over. And then he'll hear a rumbling. And he'll feel the cage rumbling from underneath and go, what the fuck is going on here? I don't understand. And then there'll be like a shadow that will start at the bottom of his feet, and he'll think that's my shadow on the ground, and he'll look down and see it. And then the shadow will get bigger and bigger and bigger. And then DDP in the shape of an anvil will drop on Reina Dorida. And then once Reina Dorida lifts him off, you'll think the fight's over. Reina Dorida lifts him off with a leg press. And then Reina Dorida's built like some kind of like accordion slinky human type thing. And he starts sort of like slinkying around the octagon. And then DDP sort of goes like this with him. And pops him back into a normal version of RDR. And then just knocks him out with a right hook or some shit, you know what I mean? But then, once he's going in to finish RDR, once he's dropped him with the right hand, he steps on a rake. And that hits him in the face. I don't know. That's all I do. Thank you very much for the two. Had to stream the fight in pixels in Cabo. Bryce W. Thank you for the $2, dude. I was amped for Bryce's win. I sent Bryce a recording of the chat spamming the Christian symbols after he won. And he seemed pretty ecstatic about that. What did he say? Bryce said, I sent him a video of you guys spamming the cross in chat after his win. And he said, that's the power of the Holy Spirit. What a blessing. You guys in chat are the power of the Holy Spirit right here, dude. Blessing Bryce Mitchell, dude. He's very thankful for it. Either way. New daily mission in UFC 5 is Volk versus Movzar. Sounds great, dude. I just made a video talking about that fight as well. Did you see Lucas Tracy talking about how unstacked UFC 321 is, or UFC 320? And he said, look at this card. Look how unstacked this is. This is a disgrace. It's not even a finished card yet. Oh, God. That is craftiness right there. Thank you for the $2. I couldn't believe the Whittaker cope yesterday. I couldn't believe it either, dude. Fucking delusional. Chat. Hear me out, yeah? Now we're removed from the fight. Dude, Dorida didn't hold on for dear life in that fight, I don't think. The way people suggest that he did. He was either keeping up with Whittaker or beating him on the feet. And then he worked the clinch. I don't think he was holding on the way people were describing. What I think people were trying to do with me is they were trying to get me to be a hypocrite by not calling him out the same way I would call out Ankalaev. But I don't think it was as bad as that. Like, I feel like he was in the clinch to try and damage him and beat him. He was holding. Was he holding in the clinch? I don't think he was holding in the clinch. In fact, I feel like Whittaker could have left that position a lot of times. I think he broke Whittaker, dude. I think he was breaking Whittaker. Whittaker did not look like he had the same level of heart in the later rounds than he normally does. He looked like he was broken. He didn't like the knees to the body anymore. He didn't like the punches to the body in the clinch. Only really the last round he was holding. I'd have to rewatch the last round, but I was watching the highlights of it, and I was like, dude, every time he's in the clinch, he did a lot of work in the clinch, you know? A lot of work in the clinch. And that's just from the highlights. So there must have been a lot more in the fight. Rewatched the Bo versus RDR fight and didn't realize how many of those knees Bo took. He took a lot. With his height and clinch, I think RDR is dangerous for anyone. Do you think Izzy can still move well enough to keep the distance if they fight? Yes, but no. Because Izzy keeps distance, but he doesn't. Israel Adesanya has moments where he keeps distance on people and does good things, but then there's too many other moments where the opponent gets what they want. I saw Vettori get him down and take the back, and people do get to Adesanya if they want to. He has no way of stopping them from doing it. He gets caught and he gets bullied a lot because he has no power unless it's the most important fight of his life. And he has a tit. I'm not on blow. I just have a runny nose, man. You guys have ruined society so much, people can't even have runny noses anymore without people suggesting blow. JDM would have lost to Burns if not for a last-second lucky submission. Now, all of a sudden, everyone thinks he can beat Islam. Just ignoring the Bilal Muhammad fight. Thank you for the $5. Ilya Topuria would have lost to Jai Herbert if he followed up with the right follow-up shot after he head kicked him nearly out cold. What makes you think you can beat Makhachev? JDM had some adversity in a fight. And if he didn't fuck up someone and finish them while having one arm, then he actually would have lost. But Makhachev, who's been fucking flatline KO'd before by Adriano Martins, don't have none of his previous fights brought up. Oh, now I remember. Shut the fuck up, dude. These guys you're trying to match up with Makhachev have shown weakness before in fights. Makhachev's been chinned. Shut up. And real ones know it was 1-1 going into the third in JDM Burns. True. I don't know how people pick these best boxers that don't even throw high count combos. The list is Diaz, and doesn't matter. Yeah, man. You started to laugh like Dana, his annoyed laugh. Yeah. Oh, yeah. When the guy said that Diaz was the best boxer. Fucking hell. Thank you for the $2. Put it this way, chat. If people know you've got a crazy good chin, you ain't a good boxer. How about that? I don't know how good JDM's chin is. Do you know what I'm saying? If I know you've got a great chin, you're not a good boxer. I shouldn't have to know. I shouldn't find out that you've got a really good chin and you can't be knocked out and you got the greatest chin in the sport. What about Max? Same situation, dude. Same situation. Max has got good boxing, he does, but he's not a great boxer. He isn't. He's got good boxing now. So I guess Canelo shit. Canelo's fought the best boxers in the world for the past decade. He's going to take some shots, man. Saw a video of Bully Beatdown where the guy only used jiu-jitsu and ended up tiring out and got TKO'd. Jiu-jitsu is useless without striking. Very true. Dude, Bully Beatdown was actually so bad back in the day because does anyone remember the fucking fighters getting fraud checked by some fucking hockey dude? Bully Beatdown. Yeah, there was an episode of Bully Beatdown with a hockey player. And the hockey player actually beat the MMA fighter or something, right? Or the guy didn't get finished and didn't get subbed once and actually started holding his own in some moments and fighting back. And it was a really bad look for the fighters because they ended up just sort of taking on athletes and like nearly losing quite a lot of the time. And although it was a great show, sometimes the fucking... Yeah, Woodley couldn't finish some fat dude. Exactly, yeah. It was a really bad look for the fighters because they'd go on there and there'd be some athletic dude or a big, strong-looking fat guy. And, yeah, the hockey guy knocked the fighter down in one of the fights. And it just kind of revealed how shit MMA fighters were at the time. Unless they were taking on some bully that was, like, also a fucking victim himself, you know what I mean? Where it's kind of like if you are getting bullied by that person, you kind of deserve it. Guru, I think Fighter A will beat Fighter B, but I could see Fighter B maybe pulling it off. Fighter B wins. Guru, just as I predicted. No, that's not the situation at all. Here's the situation. Guru, I think Fighter A will beat Fighter B. During the fight, Fighter B is actually going to win right now because Fighter A is doing this, and this is exactly how Fighter B is going to win. He's going to catch him coming in with a short hook on the inside because of his wide open stance. Fighter B does it. Guru, I called it. That's the difference. I literally said exactly what was going to happen in the Salikov versus Liao fight. Dead on. Don't get me with that shit, man. I said the same thing in Krylov versus Reyes as well. It's not that I'm now correct. It's not switching my prediction. But I was correct in the moment. I'm not taking a point for it by being right. You know what I'm saying? Still a wrong prediction, but, you know. I can say I called it if I called the fucking finishing move seconds before it happened. Thank you. Guru, can you drop a steamy poo on my chest? No, I can't do that. No, I'm quite nervous pooer. I like to be alone when I poo. Pooing is the only... Pooing... I have a deep take about poo because I never got to poo in peace when I was younger. But now I get to poo in peace in my own house. It's like a really nice moment for me. So one of my favorite things to do is poo. Even if it's not really anything, like I don't need to poo or anything, just sitting on the toilet sometimes is nice, dude. It's like good for your mental health, I think. If each race had to choose a champion for a Hunger Games, who do you think should represent each? White's Tom Aspinall. You can't call Dipset. We've already got him. We've already got Tom Aspinall. We choose Tom. And for everyone else, so that'd be Ngannou for black people for sure, right? Ngannou for black people. Aspinall for white people. For Asians, they ain't got a fucking shot if we're pulling out them dogs. You know what I'm saying? If whites and blacks are pulling out Aspinall and Ngannou, good fucking luck. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying to anyone else. Mexico, I guess, would have to bring out Dominic Reyes. Even though he's from America, but yeah. Dominic Reyes. Or Prime Kane. Maybe Prime Kane. Are we doing primes? We can do primes. Asians. Yeah, Dagestan is in Asia, but a continent doesn't make a race. So Asians. Yeah, Dagestan, Habib. They only make tiny ones. Or Ankalaev. And then I don't know what the fuck Indians are going to do. I guess Ghibli. Put Ghibli in there against all our dogs. And I don't know. Yeah, maybe trying to contend Zhang Wei Li, yeah. That's true. Aspinall's going to need a wife in this Hunger Games world that we're in. You got to consider that as well. And then India's got Anshul Ghibli. What else? I don't know what else. It's hard other than that. What other races of human are there? What about the irrelevant ones? Samoans, I guess, Taffa. Justin Taffa, I guess. They can be in the mix there. Thank you for the $5. Impression of Pascal getting anxious on the set of Django. Oh no, I need to touch them. I'm so anxious. Oh, too bad they're already chained up for me. That's Pedro Pascal. Dude, South Park's next episode has got to be Pedro Pascal molesting the entire town of South Park. That has to happen. South Park does a whole episode where Cartman starts to notice something different about Pedro Pascal, and then Pedro Pascal turns into like a molesting monster that's crying about his anxiety while storming around South Park and molesting people, going, "My anxiety, it hurts, man. My anxiety is so fucking bad, man." And he's just like going after him all. That would be such a great episode, dude. And they have to defeat him. They have to defeat him by giving him real anxiety. And then by having real anxiety, he actually can't be an actor anymore because he has real anxiety. And he can't be a guy in the spotlight or a celebrity. And he ends up withering away and losing all of his powers or some shit. I don't know how they would give him real anxiety, though. Probably make fun of his brother-sister thing. Whatever one it is now. What's this issue? There's an issue with Super Chats changing what you type. Ah. Intriguing. I got paid for the Mighty Guru show today. I got paid today, boys. Finally sorted out a way of getting paid for the Mighty Guru show, dude. And I think this relationship is going to be a blossoming one with years in the future. With this relationship that we're gonna have, dude. This is gonna last all throughout the 2020s. I tell you. Just left my girlfriend. Thank you for the $5. Hey Guru, currently 300 pounds. Any tips on what to do when I go to the gym? I go, but it's hard to know what exercises to do on what days. Just feels pointless to go with no structure. Any tips? Help. Thank you for the $10. Currently 300 pounds. Any tips on what to do when I go to the gym? I go, but it's too hard to know what exercises to do on what days. Just feels pointless to go with no structure. Any tips? Help. You're doing too much. You're doing too much to start, man. I don't know what to tell you. I feel like you're, I've lost 50 pounds before. But, I feel like you're doing too much. You don't want to go into the gym and immediately start the most rigorous structure of all time, dude. Just go there and work up a sweat, man. Go there and work up a sweat until you're 280. That's what I would do. Start walking, dude. You know, walking on a treadmill, some shit, and Whatever you want to do. I'd just start working up a sweat for a bit. And then once you get into the routine of working up a sweat and actually go into the gym and actually getting some kind of physical exertion out of it, then it will be much easier to transition from that discipline that you've already created of something a lot easier into changing that into a discipline of working out. But yeah, don't ask me for advice. But that's what I would say if you're 300 pounds. Sometimes it can be daunting to jump on all the intricate weight machines and shit, you know. Just get there and work up a sweat, man. You're 300 pounds. It's easy. It's easy at this point, dude. You'll lose 20 pounds in about a few months. Or a month. Or two. Ethan Franzen, I appreciate the $2, dude. Thank you. What was the most you made off a bet in the UFC? I turned 20 into like 600 on an Aya versus Calvillo card. And I would have turned something like 40 into 3,000 if Gunnar Nelson submitted Takashi Sato on the UFC London card where Pimlet won, where Molly McCann got a spinning back fist or spinning back elbow, and Tom Aspinall beat Volkov. So those are my big moments. But I don't bet anymore, and I haven't done in ages. Guru, I'm new, but I love you and your big gassy belly. Thank you for the $2 Canadian. Thank you for the $2. Did you see Death Sentence get slept? No. What happened to Death Sentence? Do I have to find out what happened to him? Death Sentence. Death Sentence versus Zachcray. Wait, Zachcray the fucking troll. Hang on a second. Why did I not know that this was happening? This troll guy, Zachcray, I've seen a few of his videos. He's so fucking funny, you know. Did he really get slept by him? This troll fucking YouTuber guy. No way this guy is in this world. I can see DJ in the background as well. Oh no, they're recording the documentary as well. What's gonna happen with Death Sentence, man? Hold on a second, guys. Round one. Oh, he got cracked, but he's looking for the back. He's looking for the choke. Right to the back is crazy, though. Fair play. He's got it. Oh, he gets flung off. Zachcray escapes the rear naked choke, and he's now in bottom position. Death Sentence here. Zachcray's lost his mouthpiece here, folks. He's in real trouble here, folks. You do not want to be there with Death Sentence. And he's up. Oh, hold on now. Oh, Death Sentence with the glove throw technique. How to hit people with a right hand while out of range. Throw your fucking glove at them. Epic. Misses the jab. He's swinging punches like a tard. Oh, no. Oh, no. He's swinging like a woman. Oh, no. Zachcray's putting hands on him, and he lands a few. And here he comes, closing the distance, folks. Oh, big right hand. Left hook. Oh, he lands back. Dude, they're getting scrappy. I'm watching this fight now. Oh, left hook from Zachcray again on the inside. When does it end? How long is this fucking fight, chat? Please let this end. Why am I watching it for this long? All right, I'm skipping ahead for the finish. Here he comes. Bang, bang, bang. Follow-ups. Death Sentence is out. Holy shit. Zachcray's the real fucking deal, dude. Oh, no. That sucks, actually. Need to work on the striking. The striking is the next thing that needs work. Damn, dude. He's crashing out at the loss as well. Hey, Zachary gets it done, dude. Good for him, Zachcray. Good for him, dude. Death Sentence got exhausted midway through the first, and Mighty called him out so he can work on his cardio, but he didn't listen. I don't think it's the exhaustion that's the problem. I think it's the fact that he throws punches like a fucking bitch. No offense, but I'm sniffling, so I can't say things nicely right now. Yeah, he needs to throw punches, not like that. Forward, you know. Push the punches out there. Don't drop the punches on them like a hammer. Low, but I appreciate the membership, dude. Stinky, stinky farts, blast.
Right into the fucking fan. Impression of Ariel getting his lunch money stolen by Bully Aspinall. Give it back! I can't buy my fucking bagels. I'm fucking blowing my nose, dude. Fuck this. Albazi ITP week. Impression of Jubilee saying Shamil the Blob. Shamil the Blob, Gazium. I'm gonna sneeze again. Oh no. Sorry. Oh. DC and Rogan yelling, "That's tight!" They yelled that on the fucking death sentence choke.